Hey there! In this video I want to see if I can make a kitchen knife using only the angle grinder. This is pretty much just a challenge to me, but also to prove you don't really need many equipments if you want to get into this. So these are the discs that I have: cutting and grinding wheel, this third sanding kit that goes up to 120 grit, and one of these velcro discs with other higher grit sanding and finishing attachments. As you saw, the steel for the knife comes from an old saw blade. You can find this cheap at flea market, or you can get a new one. Although for knife making, this kind of old high carbon steel ones are probably way better, especially if you want to try forging or heat treating, as these kind of newer blades are made of complicated alloys that make those kind of operation way harder. And now, before we start grinding, it's time to thank the sponsor of this video, Raid Shadow Legends. The AAA quality game with over 600 unique champions for you to collect to take on raid bosses, dungeons and PvP arena battles. Scan my QR code or follow the links below to download Raid on PC or mobile phone. I am deep into the game now and working on beating the Doom Tower, the game mode where you climb the 120 floors to defeat waves of enemies to get juicy rewards. There's so much going on in Raid right now. All players can redeem the code DKRises for a bunch of free goodies. For Halloween we have an amazing Trick or Treat promotion for new players only. Visit trickortreat.plarium.com with your player ID and spin the wheel for a chance to win in-game and real-life prizes. It's a great time to get started. Use my links or scan the QR code to get in-game loot worth almost 30 bucks. That includes Tyrell. You'll find your rewards in your inbox for the next 30 days only. Thanks again Raid for sponsoring this video, and now let's see what I can make with only the angle grinder. And here you have it. I know it's nothing crazy, but I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out, especially the handle and the transition between the handle and the blade. I think it's pretty good. Overall, it was easier than I thought it would, which is odd because I usually underestimate the projects and not the other way around. And yeah, just one last word about safety with the angle grinder. I know I've used it without the guard for this entire project, but this was a very minute and slow grinding process. So with the experience I have with the angle grinder, I felt 100% safe. But I do advise to avoid this if you don't really know how the grinder works. Remember, this is a hobby, we do it for fun, and the last thing we want is hurting ourselves. And the chances of catching the blade and shooting it around with the angle grinder is pretty high if you don't know what you're doing, and that would be bad. I know I've said I wanted to prove you don't really need many equipments to get started, but please don't start with something like this, it's too dangerous and you're better off just finding other tools to get started with grinding blades. And that's all. Thank you very much for watching, have a great day and see you on the next project.